Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Brandon, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at this article that recently came out. This article is centered around Naruto, and it's listing 10 anime series better than Naruto. So without further ado, let's get into it. Here are 10 anime series better than Naruto, according to CBR. At number 10, Bleach. They say the filler is better. Bleach is another member of the big three, and although it's not talked about as much as Naruto, the series is just as popular. It has some of the same issues with pacing and filler, but despite what fans think, this series actually does filler better. Not to mention, the filler in Bleach, like the Zanpakuto Rebellion arc, is far more entertaining than any of the filler in Naruto. While Naruto's filler distracts from the story, the filler in Bleach gives a better look at the characters and creates pretty interesting stories. Okay, so their argument for Bleach being better than Naruto is that the filler is better. I do agree that the filler in Bleach is better than the filler in Naruto. However, that does not mean that the filler in Naruto isn't good. There's good filler in Naruto, for example, like the episode when Team 7 was trying to figure out what was behind Kakashi's mask. And that filler arc in Shippuden with the girl with the blue hair, I believe her name is Gurren. And also the Landa T escort mission in part 1. Naruto does have its good fillers, but to be fair, it also has its bad fillers. But in my opinion, I don't think the filler of an anime series should determine which anime series is better. Because filler episodes are aired in order to give the manga more time to produce more chapters. I think when debating, we should compare the canon episodes of one anime series to the canon episodes of another anime series. Like, take out the filler because the filler is not a part of the main story. I know back in the day, some fans didn't have the luxury of skipping filler for some anime series, but nowadays there's a solution. So if you dropped an anime series because it was unwatchable because of the filler, do yourself a favor, pick it back up, find yourself a filler guide on Google, and watch it. There's a good chance that your opinion on that series will change, trust me. As for the Bleach anime being better than the Naruto anime, I say it could go either way because both are amazing in their own way. But I don't think the filler should be the deciding factor in the debate. Number 9, Jujutsu Kaisen. The women are written better. One of the biggest issues with Naruto is how poorly developed the female characters are, and luckily for fans of Jujutsu Kaisen, this series doesn't have that issue. Not only are the women incredibly well-rounded and strong in their own ways, but each of them has well-written backstories. In fact, most of the women are actually far more developed than the male characters, and they are more interesting because of that. Okay, the argument is the women are written better in Jujutsu Kaisen. I'll give them credit for saying that Jujutsu Kaisen has well-written female characters, but they say Naruto has poorly developed female characters. Naruto having poorly developed female characters is a common misconception in the anime community, in my opinion. I mean, look at characters like Sakura, who goes from this helpless little girl to one of the strongest characters in the series. Hinata, who couldn't bring herself to fight, but learns to fight in order to protect her loved ones. Tsunade, who was shown to have a fear of blood in her backstory, still pushes through and becomes the best medic. Konan, who was this innocent girl in the Rain Village, becomes who she is because of what happened to her friend. After seeing what happened to her friend, she strives to create the perfect world. So yeah, Naruto does have well-written female characters. I'm not sure where that misconception of it not having any came from. There's series that have better written female characters, but to say the Naruto ones are poorly developed is wild in my opinion. Even if we say that the women are better in Jujutsu Kaisen, I don't think that makes it better than Naruto. Jujutsu Kaisen is still a fairly new series that still needs to prove itself, while Naruto is a complete series that has already proven itself. By the way, this is referring to the anime, so one season of Jujutsu Kaisen. So they're saying that one season of the Jujutsu Kaisen anime is better than multiple great seasons of the Naruto anime. I'm not sure how they could think that, but hey, let's take a look at number 8 on the list. Number 8, Samurai Champloo, some of the best fights in anime. Samurai Champloo is an underrated series with incredibly well done fight scenes and well developed characters. It comes from the same director as Cowboy Bebop, so has an interesting style and a lot of unique themes. Although Naruto has some incredible fight scenes, Samurai Champloo manages to have even better fights without even using a magic system. Okay, so for Samurai Champloo, they say that the fight scenes are better, so that's what makes it better than Naruto. I have not seen Samurai Champloo yet, so I'm not sure how great the fight scenes are or how great the anime is. So I can't really give my thoughts on it being better than Naruto. However, I will point out that CBR said that Naruto has some incredible fight scenes. Some. Gaara vs Rock Lee, Naruto vs Neji, Sasuke vs Gaara, Naruto vs Gaara, Naruto vs Sasuke, Part 1, Kakashi vs Obito, Naruto vs Pain, Sasuke vs Deidara, Sasuke vs Itachi. I can keep going on and on. Naruto has so many incredible fight scenes. So for CBR to say that Naruto has some is kind of disrespectful. Okay, number 7. Attack on Titan. It's a thought-provoking series. Attack on Titan is probably one of the most mainstream anime, and that's because of how well done the story is. While the cliffhangers can be a pain, it's still thought-provoking with its storytelling, while Naruto tends to spoon-feed the story to its audience. A lot of the story in Attack on Titan is left up to the audience interpretation. For example, the reason why Titans eat humans is never directly addressed in the anime, and it's actually left for fans to figure out on their own. So basically, CBR is saying that the storytelling in Attack on Titan is on another level compared to Naruto. With all due respect, I think we can all agree that Attack on Titan is the better written series. As for it being better than the Naruto anime, I believe that other things other than the story make an anime great. Like for example, the characters, music, action, pacing, stuff like that. Now that I think about it, Attack on Titan checks all those boxes. So yeah, I don't think it's outrageous to say that the Attack on Titan anime is better than the Naruto anime. Number 6, Demon Slayer. The animation is consistent. Demon Slayer is incredibly similar to Naruto in many ways, but one thing Demon Slayer does better is its animation. While the fight scenes in Naruto are well done, the rest of the series is not. In fact, fans can usually tell when something important is going to happen because there will be an increase in animation quality. Demon Slayer doesn't have this issue because the animation stays consistent throughout the series, which makes it an incredibly beautiful show to watch. The Demon Slayer anime is better than the Naruto anime because the animation is better, according to CBR. Look, I'm sure everyone would agree that the animation in Demon Slayer is better than Naruto, but CBR is acting like Naruto has 7 Deadly Sins animation. I legit did not have a problem with the animation when I watched Naruto. I'm not sure if you guys did, but let me know if you did. Demon Slayer is an amazing new anime and has the potential to be one of the greatest, but just like with JUJUTSU Kaisen, it still has to prove itself. I can't really put any new gen above Naruto until they show that they have multiple great seasons just like Naruto does. But I'm not one of those haters that say that these new gen series would never be better than the classics like Naruto. They just have to prove themselves, and hey, maybe. Number 5, My Hero Academia. The character development is top notch. My Hero Academia is the current IT anime, and for good reason. The story is unique and the characters are well developed and compelling. Character development is something this series excels in, and it's probably something it does better than any other anime. Okay, after reading this, I can definitely tell that this person has to be a My Hero Academia fan. They say the story is unique and the characters are well developed and compelling. But can't you also say the same thing for Naruto? Naruto wants to become the #1 ninja in his village, the Hokage. Deku wants to become the #1 hero in the world. They're both underdogs too. So I feel like if you say the story in My Hero is unique, you also have to say the same thing for Naruto. Character development is something this series excels in, and it's probably something it does better than any other anime. My Hero has some great character development, but let's not pretend Naruto doesn't. You cannot tell me that the character development of Sasuke and Gaara weren't top notch. CBR goes on to say that Midoriya has become an incredibly strong character over the course of the series, and he hasn't lost any of his kindness. Not to mention his rivalry with Bakugo is really well done, and Bakugo is one of the best developed characters in the entire show. The changes the characters make as the show progresses are believable and not sudden, which makes their journey incredibly fun to watch. I didn't realize there was a second part, but after reading the second part, I am certain that they are a My Hero Academia fan. Look, what they're saying is true, but the thing is, you can also say the same things for Naruto. I can say that Naruto has become an incredibly strong character over the course of the series, and he hasn't lost any of his kindness. And I can also say that his rivalry with Sasuke is well done. Sasuke is also one of the best developed characters too. I wish CBR gave other reasons to why they believe My Hero is better than Naruto. I have My Hero Academia as the #1 new gen anime that can maybe surpass Naruto one day. We'll see how the story goes first. But as of now, Naruto is still on top. Number 4, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, the series that introduces anime to new fans. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is usually on most fans' best anime lists. The magic system is unique and the story is incredibly compelling. Not to mention, all of the characters are written well, including the female characters, which is something fans like to see. Something unique about the series though is how great of a starter anime it is. While most seasoned fans will tell new fans to watch Naruto eventually, its issues makes it a bad anime to start with. For its well-paced story and excellent animation, Fullmetal is by far the best starter anime. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. CBR did not miss with this. Everything about Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is excellent. Fullmetal is one of those series where if someone says it's better than Naruto, it's going to be very hard to disagree. Number 3, INUYASHA. The relationships feel real. INUYASHA may not be the greatest anime of all time, but one thing it does better than any other anime, including Naruto, is romance. One of the biggest gripes fans have with the Naruto series is how last minute all the relationships are. Not to mention, several of them are incredibly toxic. INUYASHA does a really good job at building the characters' relationships, so when Kagome and INUYASHA finally get together in the end, it feels earned. So romance was the deciding factor for this one. I don't believe this is a good argument because from the start, Naruto was not intended to be a romance-driven series. Can you really fault the series for not having that much romance in it? That's like saying a romance anime is not that good because there's not that much action in it. They also say that the relationships in Naruto were last minute. There were signs from the start that Naruto would end up with Hinata and Sasuke would end up with Sakura, so I'm not sure what they mean by that. There was also a whole movie dedicated to Naruto and Hinata, so hey. As for the INUYASHA anime being better than the Naruto anime, don't roast me guys, but I still haven't seen INUYASHA. It's on my watch list, but for now I can't really tell you guys which one is better, but maybe someone in the comments can tell you. The reason CBR gave for Inuyasha being better than Naruto was not good though in my opinion. Number 2, Hunter x Hunter. The sound design sets it apart from other anime. Hunter x Hunter isn't an anime that gets a lot of hype, but that doesn't mean it isn't a quality series. It shares a lot of similarities with other shonen, but something it excels at is the music and the sound design. While Naruto has some great music, this series is a master at setting the right mood for any given situation. Fans go back to this series for the story, but also because it's just a great series to listen to. Considering Hunter x Hunter comes from the same creator as Yu Yu Hakusho, it makes sense that the quality of this series would be just as good. Alright, there's a few things here that I just have to disagree with. The first sentence, Hunter x Hunter isn't an anime that gets a lot of hype.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Hunter x Hunter is one of the most popular shonen series of all time. In fact, it's so popular that it's being added to Universal Studios Japan. Despite the anime being on hiatus, there's still millions of tweets and posts about it on social media. They also say that it excels in music and sound design. That is true, but you can also say the same thing for Naruto. Have they not heard Naruto Sadness and Sorrow? The song has 48 million views on YouTube. That's saying something. Out of all the arguments CBR could have used, they really chose sound design. Hunter x Hunter has other arguments that can be used for it being better than Naruto, but sound design? I say it could go either way because both are top tier. I'll just leave it at that and let you guys decide. And at number 1, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The action is compelling. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a special anime series that's completely distinct from all other anime out there. Even those who have never watched it can immediately recognize the characters. This anime isn't for everyone, and the art style tends to turn people off from it, but the colorful cast of characters and the incredibly well done fight scenes make this anime one of the best. Okay, I'm not even going to respond after reading that. CBR, you guys have to do better with these articles.